Good morning. We're in UK today. We're in Boscombe Down Airport, and we're gonna do a bit of flying, some sightseeing, and then we're gonna land at I gotta check. Enable mouse. Mouse enable. There we go. That's handy. So it looks like we're gonna land at Kemble Airport. If I remember correctly, the flight's about a little over 100 nautical miles. So without further ado, we'll get started here. So I'm running HP Reverb G2, and I'm running it with valve index controllers. And I'm trying to get this working pretty good in X-Plane, and I'm trying to get the same results in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's a little more of a struggle, but last couple of flights have been okay, and so let's see what we can do to get the plane started. Fuel valve. Fuel valve. Master battery. Master battery.
Adjusting master battery.
Magneto start. Master alternator.
Setting alternator.
Beacon lights. Taxi lights. Avionics on.
Boscombe ground Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf requesting pushback.
Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf pushback request accepted.
Stop pushback. I gotta get the ejectives kind of out of the way. Actually, I'll just close them. I know what I'm doing. I don't need help. ATC. ATC. So set altimeter.
Altimeter adjusted to sea level.
Wow, that was way off. We're gonna try live weather and see how that goes. Set 3. Set 3. So looks like we're gonna depart, kind of going to the west. So we'll say set 6.
Boscombe ground Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf request taxi for west departure.
Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf taxi to and hold short of runway 23 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 130.75 when ready.
Set 1.
Taxi to and hold short runway 23 using taxiway Alpha Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Okay, so this guy is going to continue to annoy me, so let me put him over there, and now he won't annoy me so much. Alrighty, so we should be able to taxi, and I'll figure out where the runway is. Parking brake. Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
Alrighty. It's like a reasonably nice day today. We'll see if it continues. Yeah, last time I was streaming in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yesterday I streamed in with the G2, but before that I was using a Valve Index because I couldn't get the when I was in the G2 it would like stutter like gangbusters, and that was using that wasn't using Steam VR like I am today. That was using Windows Mixed Reality, so I'm not so sure what changed, but something changed. My video drivers are the same, but something changed, and that was before the World Update 3. So, had something changed there? I don't know, but I know that this is like a completely different experience. So looks like better hold short here. Let me kind of come up here a little bit. It's a hold short line, so set 1.
Boscombe Tower Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf at runway 23 ready for takeoff west departure.
Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf cleared for takeoff runway 23 departure to the west approved.
Set 1.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
I was given time for my co-pilot to take over, but he didn't do it, so he sometimes is a little slow to start taking over, but usually later on than already did. Something looks really weird here. This is the connection of 2 runways. I looked at my heading indicator and I went, I am not pointed at 2-3. I went, let me stop here and try to figure this out. There we go. That is absolutely 2-3. My heading indicator agrees. Okay. I'm not taxiing, I'm taking off. I need to figure out how to get rid of those. I'm not sure what I did to make them come on. That was a little weird. Oh well. Center view. Move up. Move down. Move up. volume up.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Set 1.
Boscombe Tower Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf, continue for west departure.
Alrighty, let's go on, get on course. I'm over 500 feet above the ground. Am I turning the right way? Doesn't look like I am. Oh, west departure. West departure, Bill, west. Oh, that looks a lot better. Oh, let's see where I'm supposed to be heading here. I'll pull the power back. I'm like way high enough. So we'll put it right at around 2200. So my heading should be 307. Get over this way a little bit more. Right there should be good. Let's level off here. Try to trim it for level flight here. We're gonna be going. We won't be going over Stonehenge, but we'll be going by it. Just trying to get level here at 2,000 feet. He's still trying to climb a little bit. Maybe now I got it trimmed. Nope. Maybe I need even less power. Wow.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Set 1.
Boscombe Tower Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf, frequency change.
Not good. Kind of lost tracking for a little bit there. It almost like it thought it was kind of like out of VR. Was a little weird. Oh well. Not sure what it's related to because the frames actually look fairly. Frames look good. I mean, yeah, the frames are good. So, not sure what that was all about. I've learned to be patient. I think I gotta put a dead spot in my yoke. It seems to be in the center here, too sensitive. So in other words, if I don't have it in exactly the right spot, it will tend to climb or descend. And if I put a dead spot in there, that should resolve that. So the next plane, it seemed to be okay. So yeah, we got to get down a little bit here. I'm trying to maintain 2,000 feet, so I was like at 2,200, so it's not a lot of difference, but it's, to me, it's important. Yeah, weather's way better than yesterday. Yesterday I changed it to few clouds because the live weather was pretty bad. It was like completely overcast, and the frames were not a place I wanted to be. I'm doing bad. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy today. I had some micro stutters yesterday. I don't see them today. It's interesting. You're flying in a different place. You don't know whether that has some influence. Could be. So first place we're going to go to is Royal Air Force Base. I think it's been decommissioned. I'm not sure. I can't see it show up on regular normal aeronautical maps. It shows up in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. But I don't plan on landing there. It's just a waypoint on the way to the first point of interest. So. It's kind of close to the path, so I just put it in as a waypoint. So I also brought in CPU ID, and just to kind of monitor where my processors are, what frequency I'm running. So I'm running an i7 9700K with a RTX 2080 Ti. And right now my CPU is running at 4.6 on all cores that I can see. And it looks like on average, the CPU's on average, there it is. On average, it's about 70%. And that's about what my FPS VR, that's about what it's telling me, about the same thing. Because that does like an average of all the cores. So we ain't gonna land here, we're just gonna fly by it. And we'll see what runways it has. Set 3. Set 3. Set 1. Set 1. That's annoying. Set 1. Set 1. Do it with a mouse. I don't think it'll matter. It says previous page, but it doesn't do anything. So we'll go back. Alrighty. And then we'll just go back. Okay. That's kind of weird. Because it doesn't necessarily show you on the, it doesn't show you on the ATC. It doesn't show you the, like the runways that are, which runway you can pick. It didn't appear like I could pick any. And let me do some looking. Well, that could be the reason. Good practice. There are X's all over. So this runway, this airport is not in use. So, so that's why I couldn't pick any runways, is that I can't use any. All the X's say, nope, nope. And it would make sense why on normal, I forgot what I was using, Flight Aware, something like that, to check this airport, and I wasn't getting anywhere. That makes all kinds of sense. So, on to our next destination. The next destination is Bristol. Should be on a heading of 300. 30. 300. So that makes all kinds of sense. I'm kind of glad I put that in the as a waypoint. That was weird. Yeah, those little helpers that pop up in VR are just annoying. Because they kind of like, they pop up in your view. So as you move your head, they move back and forth. And then they finally go away, but they're just annoying. So, well, it's not that incorrect. Yeah, well, I'll have to figure out how... Keep climbing. I have to figure out how to get rid of them. Because they're not telling me anything useful. The one said the heading indicator was not correct, and I looked, it wasn't that far off, so. And that's something I'll constantly, I'll check, I'll look at the compass, look at my heading indicator, you know. It's something to check, so I don't need something telling me, hey, to look. So I'll have to find the setting to turn that off. Plane is seemingly turning, wanting to turn to the right. Not sure why. So I constantly have to keep some downward pressure trying to prevent it from turning. I'm looking at the turn indicator to make sure I don't have like I don't inadvertently have like a rudder input in, and I don't. If I put a rudder input, you can see it, it'll move it. I move it the other way, it'll move it. So I got no rudder input, so there's no good reason why it should be. Well, the only reason that could be is it could just be we got like some wind pushing. That wind may be pushing me, you know, from wind coming from my left side. So we got some hills. Certainly wouldn't call them mountains, but they're certainly hills. Something over there looks a little different. May just be houses, may just be the distance, but looks different. Yeah, may just be houses. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, houses, maybe apartment buildings. Yeah, could be that. Kind of neat, it's up on that rise. It's got a track over there. Hard to tell. Yeah, so for my voice stuff, I use a program called Voice Attack, and I downloaded a profile for it, and then I modified it a little more to my liking. So basically, all of the things that in X-Plane I would do with a touch controller, I basically do with my voice here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it allows me to get a similar experience without having the touch controller support. I would much rather do it with a touch controller. It seems more intuitive to me, but until we get it, this is what, until we get the VR controller support in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'll just have to do it like this. And it works. Actually works fairly well. I'm actually pleasantly surprised how well it does work. Yeah, maybe some micro stutters, but that's it. Nothing like when I tried this the last time with the G2. Oh man, it was horrendous. It would like stop, start. This is like, no, this is reasonably smooth. It's not as smooth as X-Plane. X-Plane is way smoother, but X-Plane doesn't have, like, coming over a place like this, you wouldn't have the density of the scenery. It's certainly more dense. So So there has to be an impact, a price you pay for that. So, and that may be what it is. All these little airfields, most of them are grass. And this plane can land on grass, but I just choose not to. Yeah, it certainly looks like a grass strip. Yeah, might be some pavement down there, I don't know. I'll have to check it out later. I'm not sure what the point of interest is with Bristol. It could just be the town of Bristol, so. So after Bristol, there's supposed to be a suspension bridge. So that'll be a 241 heading. So that'll be off to my left here. And I may be a little too high to appreciate it, so I may have to get rid of some altitude there. Because it's not too far away. It says it's 2 nautical miles away, so that point of interest over there may actually be it. But at this altitude, it would be tough to see it. Kind of amazing, even at this distance it doesn't have a name tag. Where Bristol does, but that doesn't. Yep, that is it. Certainly too high to appreciate it, so I'm just slowly doing a descent here. Right now I'm at like 1,500 feet, so I'm quite a bit above the ground here. Let's say the grounds are maybe we're pretty close to the water, so that means you'd be close to sea level, so a few hundred feet at the best. So let's go take a look. Now just slowly reduce power to get me to descend. Yep, it's got to be for the town of Bristol. So it's got to be across this waterway here. Still too high to appreciate it. Kinda keep attention to my surroundings here, because it looks like that goes uphill pretty good right here. So let's see if we can get a look at it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is really neat. Alrighty. Yeah. That's really cool. So we'll do a spin around here. Try to get a tighter turn. Just looking at what my airspeed is, what my RPMs are, what my elevation is. Yeah, that is cool. Wow, that is cool. That's just fun. Kind of doing sightseeing, trying to fly an airplane, not killing yourself. Yeah, it's hilarious. I get much better about orbiting things. Way better. You just have to listen to the cues. You can hear the cues in the airspeed. He's flickering a little bit, but that's cool. That is cool. Alrighty. On to the next sightseeing. Not sure my heading. 274. 274. Let's spin around here. Myself a little more power. That'd be 274. Oh, I think that's where I'm going. It is really odd. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'll give her some bit more. Yeah, that's enough. Some of these nameplates, like that one there for the bridge, man, I was like almost on top of it. I don't think I was a nautical mile away from it when the nameplate shows up. This one here is 20 nautical miles away, and the nameplate's showing up. It's kind of bizarre. I don't, I'm certainly not following what makes that true. I'm just not. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not off. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, when I was around that bridge, it was the frames were kind of poor. When I got away from it, they got better. So. And I could see it. I could see it like stuttering a little bit, you know. But it's all about learning. That's kind of my goal here, is to, I try to level about here. Like 1,500 feet. It looks like I'm way above the elevation. I'll pull back power a little bit. Yeah, fun day. Fun day. Hazy, but not bad, not bad. When you look out that way, it really looks hazy where the sun is. It's really hazy that way, but if you're not looking right that way, then out this way, out that way, no, not so much. So I have no idea what this is. Millennium Center, huh? It's kind of, huh? I don't know. I don't know. So what I'm not sure is because we're coming close to water. Oh, that's probably on the other side of the water. I see. So if that's the case, to be safe. That's right, those two are on the other side. Okay, so we're going over here across an expanse of water. If I have an engine out right now I'd be okay. If I'm out over this water at this altitude, I would not be okay. There's no way I would make it back to shore. So we'll shove in some power here and just let this bad boy climb. And when we get over to land again, then I will let it, I'll get rid of the elevation. But just, this would be a safer thing to do. I certainly try my best to, when I fly an airplane in the sim, I want to fly it as I would if I was in a real airplane. It's kind of, I've been trained in a real airplane, so part of the experience for me is actually doing this. So, and like right now, nah, still don't think I'd be okay. It'd probably be better at 3,500 or, where am I going? I'm going west. Back in the USA, and I'm not sure about over here, but back in the USA, if I was going west, as I am, then my correct altitude going this direction would be an even 1,000, so 4,000 plus 500 for VFR. And so I'll probably level it off at 4,500 and go across this expanse of water at that altitude. Because this is quite a bit of water. I'm not sure how far it is over across here, but it's more than 2 nautical miles. I'm thinking it's better than being between 5 and 10. Where I live on about 5 miles off the shores of Lake Erie, and across that expanse of water is 23 regular miles, American miles, and so You want to be up pretty high if you're going to cross that water in a single engine airplane. So we'll just level it off. Still got a little too much power in now. So I'll pull the power back a little bit. Try to level it off at about 4,500. I'm at 47, so I'm a little high. So it appears like after this, to the left of me, there's a stadium. Principality Stadium. And it's to my left, so after this I turn on the heading of 327. No, so that'd be to my right. And I should see it pretty quick here because it's not very far. $317. So yeah, so it's off to my right. But I would have thought by now. What? I'm still only halfway across this water, so. So if it says Wales Millennium Center, I assume would be in Wales, and I've been in Wales. We, if I remember correctly, we took a ferry from here to go to Ireland, but I could be confused too. And I'm not at a place where I can pull out a map and check. I wish I was, but just not. I have quite a few tools in my toolbox in here, but not that particular tool. Looks like the clouds are a little lower here. Hopefully I don't run into them. I would rather not. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I'm still doing like 110 knots, so. Just the water textures and the lighting is just so incredible. So amazing what they've done. So I assume that probably is a stadium. Yeah. Off to my right a little bit. 1 mile, so. So, we'll pull back the power here. I don't want to pull it back a lot. Let's pull it back enough to descend some. Like I said, if you had an engine failure here, I'm high enough that I could get to land, and that's all you care about. But I want to see this, so got to get lower to see it. Just like the bridge. Kind of interesting how all the waterways and stuff are done here, you know, where that one over there on the left there, I mean, it's like rectangular. I mean, it's kind of crazy. You kind of go like, I don't think nature kind of made it that straight on the sides. I'm just not thinking that happened. Hillier here. Yeah, almost like it's got to be like a, I don't know if it is unloading for ships, shipbuilding. I don't know, but I mean, just the way that's done, that is man-made. There's no way around that. Yeah, so I have the engine all the way back to idle. But because I was up so far, it just taking its good old time to come down, so. Well, that is pretty cool. Wow. In fact, they modeled all of this stuff. That is incredible. So I'm going to feed back in a little bit of power, because I don't really want to do a turn right now without having a reasonable amount of power. So I'm going to turn, try to hold my elevation here. Feed in power and try not to lose any airspeed. I'm losing some, but I'm holding the altitude. Not in the slope lane. About 65 knots right now, I'm landing speed, so that is pretty neat. Wow. That is too cool. So I'll just let it straighten up right here. Just get a good view. That is cool. Wowie cowie. That is neat. So let's go see what we got over here. I'm just feeding it a little bit of power. Just trying to keep it level. I'm trying not to pull back on the yoke any. Just letting the trim take over. Yeah, the modeling of these things is just incredible. Wow. Pretty neat. Yeah, and I legitimately didn't know. I just picked points of interest. I didn't research. I didn't do anything. It was a point of interest I was going to go to. So we're going to do the same thing, do an orbit here. Just do a quick check on my, when I got my head looking out the window, it's good to do a quick check on altitude and airspeed. Pretty neat. pretty neat. Wow. That is incredible. Could do another orbit. Yeah, so the whole time I'm doing this, I'm listening to the engine. The engine kind of tells me the airspeed. So I can tell if the airspeed's going up or down, and it's remaining constant. I'm right around 70 knots. So you're slow enough you can actually get a good look. And but if I hear it go down, you know, you can hear it there, it went up. If I hear it go down, then I can shove in on the throttle and recover. You can hear there, it slowed down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alrighty, I gotta get myself lined up here, figure out where I'm going next, because I really don't know. Oh, this was worth the trip. Okay, we're going to, I think I'm going to the final airport, yeah. So, I'm just gonna head this way for a little bit. See where I'm going. Okay, so I gotta be a heading of a 77, so I can turn over this way. I get to do another trip over this guy, too cool. And I gotta be on a heading of 77. So, easterly. That is neat. Wow. Too cool. Too cool. So how far away are we? 41 nautical miles. I got a ways to go. Whoops. I was on a heading of about 45. That's a heading of 60. So, what I'm not sure of is if I gotta go over the water. Yep, I do. So, I'm gonna feed in some power here. I've got to go 40 miles, so it appears like I've got to go across this water again. And so I'm just going to feed in power and let the plane climb and get on my course. And there's a chance that sign there is my airport. I don't know that at this point, but there is a chance of that. It's been a great flight. It's really has been fun. Just love exploring new places, and especially places I've been to like in real life. I don't know if I've been right here, but I've been absolutely in Wales. So, and I think we got here by train. I think we left. So we were in London. We were in Edinburgh, and then I'm trying to think. Quite sure we were on the coast of Wales. Well, I cannot remember the name of the town, but it was the ferries take off from there. So so we stayed at a bed and breakfast there, and that was kind of cool. The people that run the bed and breakfast, they were pretty adamant about the rules. Evidently they had people that didn't follow their rules, and they didn't like that. So we tried our best to like follow their rules. So okay, so I'm going in this direction. So I'm heading easterly. So easterly would be odd. So it would be an odd 1,000. So I'll probably, since it looks like I'm going right over all of this water, I think I'm going to 5,500. Could stop at 35, but I'm be more comfortable at 55. So we'll just let her climb. And like I said, I got 40 miles to go, so it shouldn't be a big deal. So if I kind of go into them clouds, that could be a problem, but we'll see how this goes. Kind of hoping going this way I'll be away from them. Or there may be like lower. And we'll find out. That cloud certainly looks like it's coming after me. Because I'm climbing at about 600 feet a minute, so. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going over a good chunk of this water, but it does look like not too far away here. I'll have land underneath me again, so I'll be okay. Yeah, drifting a little off course. Yeah, so like right here, my GPU frames are like 35, 36, 37. But I'm over water, so it makes it a little easier. Textures are all the same, but in my view, it's a lot of texture, so. Yeah, we're burning through some fuel doing this. Okay, I'm coming up on 5,500. I'll pull the power back. I'm going to try to go to 2,200. Try to get a level here. A little stuttery. Not sure what makes it do that. That's just kind of crazy. Maybe it was just some scenery loading in. I don't know, but it just kind of like just stuttered right in front of me, just real quick. Don't know if it shows up on the stream or not, but it's really weird looking. And every time you do that, because what had happened before when I was trying to use my G2 is sometimes it would do that and it would never go away. I mean, the sound would be there, but like the headset, you could see in the mirror that's mirroring what's in my headset. You could see it in the mirror, but in the headset it would be like either, I don't know if it was like black or gray. I'm really not sure, but there would be nothing. I mean, there was no, what I see here, it wasn't there, you know. So I'm yet to understand what that's all about, but that's what I would see. So, but I have not seen that come back since after the last world update. So there's a lot of people that are complaining that are running VR that the last world update really messed up their performance. I'm not one of them. Whether it's related or not, I don't know. But I just know that I can do things now in Microsoft Flight Simulator that was impossible to do before it. So that's what I know. So, and I'm gonna try to document what my settings are, and to just kind of spread the knowledge of what. Is that a bridge? Oh, it's gotta be. Yeah, it is. It's a pretty long bridge. You're up so high that you kind of you look at things and you go, is that like a scenery imperfection, or is that a bridge? But no, you can see the pilings. I mean, but you're at I'm at 5,500 feet, so I'm like way above this bridge. So even in a real airplane, that you're not going to see a lot of detail at this distance, just not, you know. So has nothing to do that you're in a simulator or in a VR headset. Just in real life, you would not see a lot of detail, you know. So alrighty, so we'll pull back some power since I can clearly make it to land now. I'm probably almost over land now. We'll just let it come on down. What kind of runways do I got? I got a choice of two. I got 6 and 26. Trying to remember what I took off from. Can't remember. I think 23. If I remember right. So I would think I'd probably be landing on 26. But I don't know that for sure. But we'll guess that. So that should be 26, 24, 25, 26. So when I'm going to go to an airport, I set my heading bug to match the those clouds kind of look like they might be in my way. I wonder how low they are. If I'm in real life here in VFR, I'm not supposed to be going through any clouds. So we'll have to see how this works out. I'm going to try to get lower. The elevation of the airport is 400 feet. I'm at 5,000. Let's assume the clouds are above that and try to get below them. We'll see if this works out. It looks like it should. Well, now I will believe you. Yeah, it looks like clouds may be above it, so. But needless to say, I gotta get lower. The airport's at 400 feet. Yeah, it's 400 feet. So, 6,500 foot runway, so. Should be a non-issue here. Set 2. So if the airport is 400 feet, then I should be at 1,400, so. So we'll probably level off at 2,500 right here until we get closer. It's the wrong altitude for the direction of flight, but if you get within 10 miles of an airport, yeah, you probably ought to be trying to get kind of maybe 500 feet above the pattern altitude, so. That's also like a pretty good judge of how well this thing's performing. It's just watch the windmills. The majority of the time, I won't say all the time, no. The majority of the time, that's a fluid motion. Every once in a while I'll get just a quick stutter. But the majority of the time, that's fluid. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is performing pretty good, so. It's like a lot of people out flying. There it is. Set 8. Set 1. That was a surprise. And there's no weather. So I guess we'll do 26 right. Set 4.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 11 miles southwest 2,400 feet inbound to land runway 26 right.
Set 1.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 10 miles southwest 2,400 feet inbound to land runway 26 right.
So I still can't quite see the runway, but I have my heading indicator set for 26, so the direction I'm going is 26 is at the bottom. So I'm set up to do a left downwind on 26. So if we have 26 and 26 right, so it means I should see 2 runways parallel with each other, and I want the one that is the furthest to the right will be the one I'm going to land on. But I'd like to see the airport to make sure that that is a proper assumption. Because I'm coming from this side, that may not be the right assumption. So we're close enough now. I need to get her down to 1,400 feet. And get her slowed down a little bit. Actually, the speed isn't too bad. This runway is not obvious whatsoever right here. So it says my pattern entry is here. I don't know why that's doing that, but another thing I'll get rid of. So that, yep, you just can't see it. A lot of it is because, I mean, I know where it should be, but I'm trying to see 2 runways over there. And so far I haven't. Hopefully I don't have to make like a last minute change and I hope not. I mean, I know where the runway has to be. Yeah, I guess I can. That's hard to see. So it is. So it'll be the one that's on my left. That's how I'm guessing. It'll be the leftmost runway.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 2 miles southwest 1,600 feet inbound to land runway 26 right.
Because when I'm going to come in, 26 right will be the runway that's on my left right now. Yep. Yep.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 2 miles south 1,400 feet inbound to land runway 26 right.
Flaps down. Okay, so I'm parallel with the runway right now.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is on base runway 26 right.
Flaps down. A little slow. I am like way high. Flaps down. So I'm thinking that's left. Is there a runway over here? No. No, I'm not.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is on final runway 26 right to land.
This is 26. 26 right is a little runway. That is not going to happen. Yeah, I picked the wrong runway. That's okay. Don't just yell at me. Yeah, that's 26 right over there. Look at that thing. There's no way I was going to land on that thing. So So they picked the wind right? Yeah, it looks that way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll get yelled at. That's okay. Ooh, that was kind of weird. Not sure why my throttles are not working. Maybe the wind. Wow. Maybe the wind. Was the wind actually? Wow. That's kind of crazy. It could have been. I could hear. I pulled my throttle back. Trying to find a taxiway. Yeah. I almost think that's what it was. You can see the windsock. Just haven't found a taxiway yet. We'll go up here a little bit and see if there's one up here, but I'm not actually just not sure. I don't see anything. But evidently that's what it was. Is I had my throttle all the way back. And I looked down and I was at 1500 RPM, so I'm like, how is that possible? And taxiway up here? Not seeing any taxiway markers. Oh, maybe there's one. Yeah. It says I'm not supposed to use this because it's got an X on it, but I don't care. Need to get off the runway. Set 1.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is clear of the runway.
I thought I put in a parking spot and it would have told me where to go, but it didn't. That's okay. So I landed the right way on the runway. Huh. This looks like this is like a separate area here. And there's no taxiways that connect it. But there's buildings over there, but there's no ways that connect this. So this is kind of like all by itself. There's also no legitimate, at least I don't think there is. We'll cruise down here and see. There might be a taxiway over here. I wanted to get closer to the windsock. It's certainly not a runway. Yeah. I'll get over here and look at this windsock. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark. But you can see parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
You can actually watch the windsock. It's gusting. So it was like down the runway, but it's gusting. So if I had my throttle all the way back, if I got a big enough gust, it would actually increase the RPM. It's a direct drive. The propeller's hooked right to the engine. So if you got a gust, it's going to tend to spin the RPMs up on the engine, even though it's at idle. That had to be what was going on. So this will be fun to watch the VOD. Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
So we'll see if I can find a place to park over here. So the 26 right, excuse me, was like a really short runway. I mean, really short. Well, at least there's some taxiway marks or lines. Turn. So we'll come over. See if I find a place to park this thing. Yeah, I'll park over here out of the way. This'll work. See if I can get her to spin around here. Come on. It's going uphill. Come on. Trying to hold the inside wheel. Trying to hold the brake on it to get the plane to pivot on that. Okay. We're good here. I'm just gonna claim it. Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
Avionics off. So pull the mixture up. Whoops. Flaps up. Flaps up. Oh, excuse me. Flaps up. Flaps up. Flaps up. Should have done that before I killed the engine. Taxi lights. Beacon light. Master battery.
Setting master battery.
Master alternator.
Adjusting alternator.
Magnetos off.
Setting magnetos to off.
Magnetos off. Magnetos off.
Setting magnetos to off.
Cool. All right, it's been fun. Been a lot of fun. And the flight went actually better than I thought it would. I was a little worried about the clouds off and on, but and when I fly like I fly at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and so that turns out to be around 4 or 5 UK time. So so if my flight turns out to be too long, it gets into daylight, into dark, but the views are pretty cool. You know, just the sun and the haze and all that stuff. It's pretty neat. So it all went well. What did I do? Yeah, about an hour, about 2 hours. So no big deal. Pretty happy. It all worked out okay. Yeah, the landing was a little weird because I was like, I couldn't get the plane to flare because it It just wanted to keep on flying. And I know we got a bug with the flaps, but it seems like it wouldn't. This place has a tower and it doesn't have weather. That's kind of weird. I didn't see any weather, so I would. I'm kind of curious now. Let me see. See if I can find weather. How would I do that? Let me see. Oh. Master battery.
Adjusting master battery.
Avionics on. ATC. Set 1.
Echo Golf Bravo Papa traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is clear of the runway.
I mean, there's clearly a tower here, so you would think that I could find ATIS here, but But from here, it's not obvious. How could I find ATIS? I couldn't. Escape? No, this won't help. Oh. Nope, no weather. Just Unicom. And that tower can't quite be believable. Oh well. I think I'm just gonna call it a day. Yeah, I think I'll call it a day. Yeah, I really wanted to know what the weather is. I may look at it offline, so because that just seems weird. I'm quite sure what I saw. Okay, I'm just gonna call it the end of the stream, and it all worked out great. I mean, I was quite happy. Yep, quite happy. Quite happy. To anybody who watches this in a VOD later, just click on the follow button, and you can, if you follow me, you can see when I stream. And I've been trying to stream every day at 11 o'clock. I don't succeed, but I try. So it all worked out great, and I'm just trying to spend some time in the UK with a new update. I'll probably end up getting over to Ireland. I've been there too, so I'll probably end up getting over to Ireland. But I'm just trying to do the points of interest, and doing it a little differently than everybody else is, because I'm doing it in VR, and I'm also trying to bring the same tools that I'm allowed to that I do have in X-Plane. I'm bringing those tools into Microsoft Flight Simulator, and so far, especially today, I am very, very happy how well that's working. It's working better than my previous attempts, and and like I said, I'm going to probably document. I'm going to document it to what my settings are, so other people, if they want to give that a whirl, they can. But I've been streaming in VR for a little over a year. To say it's a challenge is an understatement. It absolutely is. Many days you'll go to start up and it's just like, nah, there's something, I mean, you have to have a whole bunch of things work correctly to actually pull this off. When you do, it's a lot of fun. When you don't, it's seriously stressful. So I call it a day, and been fun. And like I said, if you want to see any more of this content, just follow me. And I normally have been putting my VODs over on YouTube to also kind of try to generate some interest. So catch you later. Have a great day. I know mine's been awesome so far. Kemble VR. VR mode.